open on a shot from above. A close-up of a corpse a couple months into decay. Mostly skeletal, it wears once white robes and a tattered red sash. A rusted saber still sheathed at its side. Icicles sprout from its desiccated face. Over the silent image, January Hymn by the Decemberists begins to play. The camera pulls slowly away, rising above the skeleton, to reveal another, then several other corpses haphazardly placed nearby. We're in a sewer, with a beam of light coming down from behind the camera. Roughly half the bodies present wear red sashes, while the other are draped in black or dark purple coats and industrial flat caps. The camera pulls out of the sewer, still facing the ground through an open manhole. A goat-drawn carriage rapidly passes across the frame, tearing its way through the year's first snow. The camera pivots and rotates to face the back of the carriage, stationarily facing its rear for a moment before we cut to the inside of the carriage. Old and worn, but elegant, with velvet cushioned seating. We're on a close-up of the young Herschel Dalton, looking wistfully at the inside of the carriage before glancing outward at the slums of Crow's Foot. He glances out of the carriage as it passes over a bridge and then takes out from his side coat pocket a golden pocket watch. He glances down at it and smirks as we cut to a view of where the carriage is headed from about 10 feet above its roof. The small black vehicle is moving quickly towards the walls of the Charterhall district. We cut closer to see the college's crest flying on a flag above the gate. We then cut to a short young man, packed warm in the winter garb of his homeland far off Creelhelm. Heinz Kirchup looks at a nondescript piece of parchment confusedly. He shivers slightly in the snow. The subtle glow of the lightning dome illuminates the Duskwall docks behind him. We cut to over his shoulder, giving us a view of the parchment. It's a map of the city with Charterhall circled in red. We cut again, this time to a view of the college from atop the quadrangle's old bell tower. The white snow reflecting the ample electroplasmic light shed upon the century-old collection of academic buildings that dot the overcrowded campus. Chunks of ice gently float through the Parkway Canal. The camera pulls backward a few feet to reveal that the landscape is being delicately rendered on a canvas by an almost cruelly pale art student. Ernest Pendleton's paintbrush dips into a deep blue to better color the icy water as he gazes outward at his muse. He sighs, half in satisfaction with his work and half in an ill fatigue. He grabs his canvas and pivots to return down the stairs, but the camera does not follow. Instead, we pan to capture a better view of the ground. Herschel's carriage slows to a halt a bit further away from the tower, and a few feet beside it, Heinz continues trudging through the snow on foot. As the song nears its conclusion, we cut one final time to a crowd of Charterhall freshmen gathered somewhere on campus at orientation. Due to the lighting and costuming of those gathered, Winter, Herschel, and Heinz stand out in the crowd as we see them push to get a better view of the unseen stage. They're not together, scattered amongst the some odd visible spectators. We pivot to see the stage the crowd is viewing. A blue and yellow banner reads, "Welcome Charterhall Freshmen," in all capital letters. Inspector Lenny Parsons, 41, stands and looks at the students. He wears a grayish-silverish suit, worn with time but still kept in good shape. He has a tired but kindly look about him as his speech draws near its end. "Duskwall will be yours to save in due time. For now, study hard and stay out of trouble. I expect I won't have to see too many of you in my office. Now, in the registrar's building behind you, you'll find tables sorted alphabetically. Go to the one that corresponds to your last name, and you'll receive your dorm building, room number, and preliminary schedule. Go Wickets." And the freshmen slowly begin to file outwards of the gathered crowd over towards the registrar's building, forming a massive queue behind it. One by one, everyone is filed in. Which one of you is the closest to the front in line?
Dalton is probably...
Did he foresee this?
Well, he's right on
Oh,
time.
yeah.
So are you first in line?
Well, would right on time be first in line or average in line?
It would be first in line. He would be on top of it.
So Dalton is right on time. His carriage arrived early. He picked a pristine spot right at the edge of the crowd gathered.
Yeah. Having anticipated, seen the tables that have the names, he's like, I know exactly where I'm going. Before the guy was even finished speaking.
And you snap right off, get right there first in line, and you're going to be greeted by the student bag attendant, who is going to, step up and receive, he's gonna hey, bags, freshman. I'm gonna take them to your dorm.
Be careful with these, please.
Yeah, I'll be careful. And he's gonna lift him out of your arm with some effort, and like stumble away and boom, drop him down on a cart and say, "All right, up to the table. Go ahead and get your room."
Thank you.
Yeah. Next! And you guys are gonna go through this process until eventually, Winter, how lucky were you with your line placement?
Let's see. Kind of want to make it first roll.
Yeah, you want to roll? Yeah.
I'll roll.
What do we think? Do you
How'd
want to have a
Ernest
relevant
do?
skill, or do you want to just make this a fortune roll?
This feels like a fortune roll.
All right,
Because
give
I
me a
don't think
fortune
Ernest is trying too hard to do this. Just sort of.
1.
Oh.
At the very end of the line is Ernest Pendleton. Heinz.
We're gonna move right
Healthy
along.
middle.
Heinz in a healthy middle is after about 45 minutes, you give your bags up and you walk in. You are going to arrive at these big wooden tables that have been set up in the old brick registrar's building at the administrative. It's in like the you're going into the admin building at the center of campus, and the lobby of it has been sort of cleared out to make way for these big wooden tables. Your bags are taken. You get inside, walk up to a large wooden desk labeled. What's near K in the alphabet?
J?
Like, what's before it? A, B, C,
J.
D, F, G, H,
J,
I.
and then
J is
L.
before K. Yeah, right.
What?
J through L is the label on the. I'm so tired. I forgot my alphabet for a
Oh
second.
my
there.
goodness.
All right.
J through L is the label on the table. What's your name?
Heinz Ketchup.
Stupid fucking name.
Fuck you!
Hey!
Okay, I'm sorry.
And the guy who looks distinctly similar to the guy that handled your bag is gonna like settle down for a second and say, "Ketchup?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're over in Canal Side South, room 451. Get moving."
Is that good?
Yeah, Ketchup, real good.
Great!
And you're gonna be handed like a schedule by this guy's supervisor, like a 50-year-old professor who drew the short straw, is gonna hand you a sheet of paper from his clipboard with your class schedule on it, and you're waved to the side to go to your dorm building.
Those Christmas school exams.
The last person to stumble into the dorm at Canal Side South is going to be Ernest Pendleton. So you sort of push your way in. And Canal Side South dorms are not spacious. You've been given a single room with 2 bunk beds, with 2 chests of drawers with 4 drawers apiece. Each of you get 2 drawers for all of your personal belongings, and then a shared shelf with an oil lamp on top of it. The walls are plastered brick, and there is a little pleasant painting of a lighthouse hanging above the leftmost bed. Sitting atop this bed is a very tired-looking man. Kid. Jake Lewis has bags under his eyes, an expression that seems to emanate the feeling of a deep, regretful sigh. His short-cut black hair is already in early signs of recession due to an unfortunate synergy between genetic predisposition and an intense academic stress. He wears a Charterhall sweater with a patch over his slowly beating heart reading School of C&M, Class of 851, beneath a long-since-crusted jam stain. The leather messenger bag hanging on the bedpost beside him is full of neatly ordered school books. He doesn't stare at you blankly as you enter, but with an almost active empathy. Sup, man?
Hey, hello all.
Where are we here?
Yeah, you guys are sitting on your beds unpacking. This is the first words. These are the first words that Jake has spoken since you guys have entered the dorm.
Yeah.
Oh, so we can speak.
Yeah. Name's Jake Lewis. I'm an accounting student.
Huh.
Guess that's all you need to know.
Okay. I'm Ernest Pendleton. I'm an art major.
Art major?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize we were still offering that.
Yeah, it's, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm happy for you.
Marshall Dalton, School of Law.
School of Law. Oh, you taking any accounting classes this semester?
No.
School of Law. That's cool. What about you?
I'm Heinz Ketchup.
You from Vargone?
Was ist dies?
That is a city-state near Creelhelm, but quite different culture.
No, you do not say that to me.
Sorry, bud.
Krielhelm.
Friedhelm.
Yes.
Krielhelm?
Yeah.
They make the big ships, right?
Yeah.
But what are you supposed to be? Like a shipbuilding student?
Bonesaw. Medical man.
You're a physiker.
Yes. Have
Okay.
you taken your preliminary diagnostic ghost exam?
Ghost exam?
Is
I'm
that
not an
only in the
unnatural
School of
philosophy.
Medicine?
I'm
Is
not
that
an-
only in the School of Medicine?
I think that's an unnatural philosophy thing.
That's right.
I've heard of ghost quizzes.
Electives.
I didn't realize you were interested.
I'm not
Oh,
prerequisite
I see.
for death class.
Well,
Death 100. Yeah, is the class.
I was going to mention that I'm actually planning to minor in unnatural philosophy.
Oh, you're an unnatural philosophy minor. I hear that's a tough program.
Yeah. I don't know. It something about it speaks to me.
And with that, there's going to be a bang at the door.
Speaks to-
Oh my goodness. Are we in trouble? What have we done wrong?
I would like to look through the little peephole in the door.
You see a rapidly disappearing figure with all of your bags just sort of dropped in front of the door.
Oh,
What have we been unpacking?
That would be all
Your
right.
personal items.
Yeah.
I didn't write a lot. for
Syringe.
this.
I'm lining up my syringe.
Herschel opens the door, takes his bag, sets it on his bed, then opens the door as it starts to swing back shut, takes his other bag, sets it on his bed, does this about 4 times.
My, how fortuitous. Is my bag out there?
Ernest
As a little-
grabs one
it's
bag.
Wilhelm color.
oh yes.
Thank you.
And as you guys begin to unpack, you sort of come to a frantic realization that, Heinz, you find the
Oh my
little
goodness.
cage where you keep your pet rat for your experiments. What's his name?
I dramatically excavate an empty cage. Yannick is gone!
What?
What?
Yannick Wasserman.
Is that a hamster?
Pet rat.
Parrot?
Rat.
No, dude, no,
Hey.
you don't have a...
Hey,
You're going to keep a rat?
you
in
look
this
very
store?
tired, my friend.
Yeah, and I don't want a rat squeaking keep me up all night.
I
bro,
can give you
I'm glad it
trans
chewed out of whatever bag you put. What? You can give me
Trans
trans- How much?
if you stop bothering me.
There isn't
$50.
Oh,
50
there
sterling.
isn't a hole in
Jesus.
this bag. Did it unzip your bag?
From the inside? Wait a minute.
Talented.
He is a very
rodent.
smart rat.
And Lewis is gonna
I have
spring out
something
of his
missing
bed
as well.
and grab his as he pulls his bag in. What do you find you're missing?
my set of chalks. They're not here.
For art class?
Yes. Well, yeah, mostly for art class. I needed them for my chalk 101, and I don't have them.
No,
What is the matter?
my dad's fountain pen.
Yeah, you can
It's his
get
lucky
another
pen. Oh,
one. Not very lucky to be stolen.
fuck you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, were we all in orientation group 1?
I think so.
I was in the middle.
We were all in the same group.
You were all in the same orientation group. Oh, God damn it. God. Ah. Everything in order for you, at least?
How simply others misplace their... No, I know for a fact I did not... It was right here!
Herschel?
Mr. Dalton, are you okay?
An item of great sentimental value has gone missing.
Have you
Never
know-
lost an item in my life. This is preposterous.
All of us losing these things simultaneously. Very suspect, no?
Yeah.
It is.
It
Credulity.
is suspect.
Is
Pretty
this
sure.
is this a city of thievery? Of foul thievery?
Did you read anything about Duskwall before you came?
Second choice.
There was a very violent gang conflict. Like,
My
A
father
district
lost
over.
like 3 coworkers in that.
I don't read the news. It's all sad.
Well, there's a reason for it, I'm afraid. Duskwall is a kind of awful place.
Oh, look, you're normally insulated from that sort of stuff in Charterhall, but... Oh,
Could it have been that bag attendant?
yeah. I think
He
it might have
did
been.
seem quite rude.
That was Bob Bolton.
You know him?
Burlington?
Yeah, I know him. Everyone in the Canal Side dorms knows him. Well, I should say them. Fucking Bolton brothers. I knew it was suspect that they volunteered to help out with bag carrying this year. Oh, how could I have been so stupid? I should have just lugged it here myself. And he's gonna like push his bag to the side to like sit down on his bed to put his face in his hands. And you're gonna see that his bag has an empty fountain pen case, and the rest is all textbooks. Ah,
My God. What would these Bolton brothers do with a rat named Yannick Wasserman?
I
Sell him? Oh, Yannick would not have a good time on the black market.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of the fuckers just got hungry.
Are they really so brutish?
Barbaric.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know that rule by fear might sound a bit dramatic, but it takes a hell of a lot of force projection for four guys to have an entire dorm building in their grasp. Thank God we weren't assigned to Canal Side North this year. I managed to get south again.
Is that bad?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
So South is good.
For now. Look,
Great!
ever since we lost the slugs, we've all kind of been a little on edge here.
The slugs.
Slugs, you say?
Oh, right, yeah.
Where could one find one of
Freshmen.
those?
So, look, there's sort of a pecking order on this campus. You get guys like the Bolton brothers, right? They do all sorts of intimidation. They'll steal your textbook money, swipe personal items, get test answers off of you, and it's understood that if you live in Canal Side North, especially, you're gonna do it. We used to have our own guys here. They were bandits, sort of a mix of sneak and run and smash and grab. They were okay. Obviously, it wasn't the best having them here, but I mean, it was better than living under the Bolton brothers. And then last semester, all four of them got expelled. One bad job. Dropped a whole crate of stolen cigarettes onto a faculty-run barge going down the Parkway Canal. 4 people injured. I hear that one of the slugs is never going to walk again. All of them thrown out. It was so sudden they didn't have any successors. So really, there's no one here to protect us from the Bolton brothers anymore.
So
Slugs.
you were not
Uninspiring.
talking about real slugs.
No, I was talking about guys that called
I
themselves
was in
the
fact
slugs.
worried.
Damn
that
it!
was
I
infertile.
could use those.
Yeah. Look, I think it's best that we just keep our heads down for now. I mean, at least they only stole one thing, right? I mean, if we stir the pot too much, they could come kicking in our door.
Could I have a word with these Bolton brothers? I'm sure they will listen to logic and reason.
Logic and reason. I'm pretty sure they all had to take that as an orientation class, and all 4 of them fucking failed it.
I still need to take logic.
Yeah, sorry, that's just the way at Charterhall. I think you're going to want to settle in and just hope that South stays unclaimed.
This does not sit very well with Heinz Klescher.
We
I
couldn't count.
need Yannick Wasserman.
We couldn't count on the police for this either.
Oh,
In
no.
cases of personal theft, this judicial district places the burden of proof upon the accusing party. We would need to prove that these items are ours. So it's a strict burden of proof. Unless you had, say, your name engraved into your art kit in manufacturing, you'd be out of luck.
Yannick Wasserman would recognize me as its owner. He loves me, and I love him.
Well, I'd recommend you tell that to Inspector Parsons, but I get a strong suspicion he's not going to listen. Man's got his hands full.
Is he campus police?
Yeah, he's the new constable that took over. I think this might be his first semester here. Look, we've had a couple inspectors come in before, and they always get bogged down. Charterhall has a lot of shit to deal with for a man like that, and petty theft is going to be generally below his concern.
The police here must be very competent, yeah, in Duskwall. Could I might want to go to the precinct.
Oh, you want to go to an actual blue coat precinct? Oh, look,
Yeah.
man, they're gonna laugh you out of there as soon as they hear your accent.
Where's the main headquarters?
Also,
The first
pet
precinct.
rat. Not exactly something they'd read.
Yeah, pet rat. Why am I trying to help you get a pet rat back? Look,
I don't need your help. I need the help of the police.
The police. The police. Yeah.
They
I'll give you directions to the precinct if it means you'll leave me alone.
It's the one on the River Dusk.
they are a little short-staffed.
Whatever do you mean?
Something happened a district over.
Oh, you really didn't hear about that
I
shit?
don't watch the news. I don't read it either.
Well, suffice to say, I don't think we can rely on them for help.
What?
Real short-staffed. Bombing in neighborhood over took out a good number of them. So a lot of charter halls gets transferred over there for the rebuilding effort.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Look, I get the suspicion that you guys are a little in over your heads here. Lay low. Believe me, it's for the best.
I just want Yannick Wasserman back.
Herschel,
Well, then go get Yannick Wasserman back.
Okay.
Herschel. They're
Could
not
you-
Herschel, Heinz.
Could you point me in the correct direction?
Yeah, and he's gonna thumb out the window, facing Canal Side North, and you've got a good view on the ground of two very similar-looking men in their late teens, just pushing around this ginger-haired history student, and they take his messenger bag, shake some coins out of it, slap it in their pockets, and walk back to the dorms, throwing the bag back to him over their shoulder.
What floor are we on again?
Four.
You're in room 451.
And he points out the window?
Yeah.
Are you sure that's the only way?
No, he means those are them.
Oh!
They've shaken down someone just now out there.
Oh, those people!
To do that
They
out
were
in
not
the
just playing?
No, I don't think they were.
Oh dear. Duskwall is very mean.
What are you gonna
Heinz.
do?
Study?
Herschel, I have a feeling you want to say something.
Yeah.
I am familiar with case precedents in these matters, and suffice it to say, we are bereft of legal options. It stands possibly to reason that our options ought to be bereft of legality. You say that there are gangs and thieves and hoodlums here. I say, when in the Empire, do as the Imperials do.
I suppose if petty theft like theirs goes unnoticed, we might be able to pettily steal our things from them.
You're gonna steal from the Bolton brothers?
Yeah, like that, that story of that guy in the forest with the pants. Robin Hood?
Yeah.
The pants are what you remember from that story. That's the article of clothing you fixated on for Robin Hood.
Maybe
Robin
it's
Hood,
told
yes.
differently
We
in
need to get
Creelhelm.
You know.
Well, I don't know, guys. Look, you're freshmen. This is a you yeah, okay. Yeah, give me my pen back.
Do we have to?
Well, if we're doing this, then
Hey,
why wouldn't we?
Pay up.
Creelhelm is very utilitarian.
Then perhaps...
And he's gonna fish through his bags as you say pay up, and he's gonna say, look, I've got a library of textbooks at this dorm. Maybe I can pass some along to you and save you the money?
Do you have anything for ghost exams and ghoul quizzes?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I took Ghoul 104.
I'll take that.
If you give me my pen back, I think I can save you guys, I don't know, maybe at least a couple hundred sterling on books. An amount equivalent to 1 coin.
This is
Fine.
very, very good for me. I accept your deal.
Yeah, and Jake Lewis has a very unfirm handshake. It's incredibly half-hearted, and you
My
feel
God,
like he's
man.
forgotten he's shaking your hand halfway through.
My God.
My God!
Yes. Do you need some medicine?
Yeah.
What could you use? I'll help you out with this.
Oh, you're offering the actual
A
medication?
little bit of medicine, yes.
Okay, yeah. Prescribe me, man.
You would have a firmer handshake with some standstill poison.
You intend to paralyze.
Wait, I've heard of that one. My dad's told me about that one. Are you
A local injection on the hand.
I don't believe you could
You can
break a
use
handshake.
this.
You have access to.
and he's gonna like. Do you want to roll something to try and convince Lewis to undergo this operation? Which might work. That's a pretty reasonable use of standstill
You
poison.
have
I'll
access
roll
to standstill poison?
sway. I have no dots. And I'll say, the doctor says take your medicine.
So you
Fail.
fail with consequences. The
Oh,
We
is
consequence-
that
haven't
not a
started
5?
the score.
No, it's at
It's a 2.
disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, I'm all right, man. I'm okay.
Okay.
The consequence is Lewis is mildly annoyed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. More for me. And I smile and I go,
It's like
You
Botox!
You have standstill poison? Wait.
what?
Maybe we.
What is
This-
the matter?
what
This is very
Supplies
common
do you have in that bag of
Oh,
yours?
you know, just the usual, a little bit of alka-haz, binding oil, drift oil, drown powder, iodine poison, fire oil, quicksilver,
drown powder?
fire. It's all the craze in Krielhelm. I brought this all from home.
What do you guys use it for? I'm pretty sure here it's used to
Drown powder?
to kill people. Yeah.
What? No, it does not kill people. It's only the sensation. It's a new high in Krielhelm.
That is.
That is fucked up.
disturbing.
It's like dying in glorious combat, but you don't.
Okay, man.
Like drowning at
You
sea
know,
after
and
naval
he was gonna ask to try, and then you said it's like dying in glorious combat, and he stopped. He cut himself off in the middle of the sentence.
Would you like to try?
No.
Okay, more for me.
Hey, don't take that now.
Don't take it.
okay.
I think we might have.
What?
A use for these if we intend to take on the Bolton brothers?
The more you talk about it,
You know, what has reached Krielhelm of a spark? Could you get me some of that?
Spark.
Yes, it's all the rage now. in
Are you
Krielhelm.
talking about the shit that powers that? And we sort of have a view of Canal Side North, and then the camera pans a little bit over to have a more distant view of the Sparkwrights Tower in the distance. This massive tower that is built sort of originally out of stone, but with many steel structures jutting out of it, and all sorts of large cables and clear pipes with electric blue liquid burrowing through them upwards. All sorts of generators and sparks fly off of it.
That's it gives you the lightning-y sensation.
Yeah,
Zappo, you know?
yeah, it sure does. I mean,
Crack.
look.
Wah.
I mean, yeah, I've tried a little spark before, but I wouldn't want to fuck with it again, man. It'll tase you.
What? No
Hi.
way.
It's like getting struck by lightning, I'm told.
Well, Krielhelm sailors quite like it, you know, when they fall into the water after a naval battle that's mixed with, you know, electroplasm. It's essentially the same thing.
You gotta point this guy at the Bolton brothers.
What?
This guy's a psycho.
I'm just an average Krielhelm.
And that is why you are perfect, Coach Up.
Okay. Would you like that trance powder now?
Yeah.
I'll give you a
Fuck
little
it.
bit. Go to sleep.
And Lewis is gonna have a nice restful sleep with your microdose of trance powder.
Wait, where are they?
Krielhelm is a land of microdosages.
that's their national motto. So now
Really,
you
I
guys
need to
enter
take a social
your,
studies class.
your first score, I think.
And yeah, I guess I did just kind of set it off with like, well, damn, how do we figure out where they're based? I was gonna ask the guy, but now he's tranced.
We could wake him up. I have a little bit of
Blood needle.
alka-hest, yes. I could inject him with alka-hest to wake him right up.
Leave the man to his slumber.
Okay.
I believe.
This was a new batch. I wanted to try it out.
So we sort of have an outside shot as the sun is starting to set of you guys, like you've got like a legal pad and a fountain pen, sort of like writing out plans and stuff and trying to figure out how to get there. This is the abstracted planning that we'll be flashing back to as your first score progresses.
So our first obstacle is we need to learn
where their
Where their
hideout is,
hideout
because,
is.
or wherever they keep their stolen goods.
Would somebody like to gather information?
I would love to.
Mm.
I
Well,
would be
could you just
rolling
give it?
consort because I'm going to be talking to people, trying to get them to spill.
All right, so you're just going to be
Um,
generally socializing.
Oh wait, why don't we just? Could we go talk to the ginger?
Hey, that's a great start.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
really good start.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go find the ginger.
Because he has great reason not to like them, and he would love to sell them out to us.
Is this an engagement or gathering information?
This is gather information.
This
Would
is
someone
gather
like to
information.
gather
I would love to
information?
gather information from the redhead.
Okay, describe to me the encounter, like how you're finding this guy.
Well, he was just down there. We don't take the window. We don't have that criminal movement unlocked
We
yet.
take the stairs.
Dude,
take the
imagine
sta-
you get robbed and some fucking guy jumps out a fourth floor window to talk to you.
we take the stairs down.
Do I have all that thieves rigging stuff in those like 4 bags?
you-
Because like, where else would we have had those?
I mean, you mentioned that you came to Charterhall hoping to sow trouble for your family name. Like, I think it's fair to say that the fine tools you have on your crew sheet come from you.
Mhm.
Like, totally, you can have those.
But yeah, that doesn't need to come into play yet. So
Yeah. Maybe it's just we exit the dorm and he happens to still be there.
So you bump into this guy. Oh, I'm so sorry. And he's gonna go pick up his books.
Here, let me help. I assist him in picking up his books.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna put a hand on this guy. Does he look like an upperclassman or another freshman?
So this guy looks like he's like 15. He is like short, pale, befreckled, messy ginger hair, wearing a history department sweater vest over a white button-down shirt and khaki pants, and just has the absolute fear of death on his expression.
We saw the men that were assailing you.
Oh, yeah. Did they not take enough? Are you
Quite the opposite. We mean to bring about. Well, I don't know that we mean to
Now,
bring about an end.
were
but we mean
those
to,
the Bolton brothers?
You're serious?
Yes.
Yes, those are the Bolton brothers. I
Ooh.
live in Canalside North. I've been trying to get transferred to Emerson for a little while now.
Where do they live?
The Bolton brothers?
Yes.
They live in Canalside North.
Which room?
They're up on 9.
Ah.
The ninth floor.
Can you give me more?
Sure, 927.
Ah.
That's perfect.
Also, 928 as well.
He didn't even make us
Oh.
roll for this.
Oh wow.
927 and 928.
My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, you guys helped us. He has no reason to not. I
Yeah.
think that's fair to me.
I was ready to
Yeah.
roll my die.
I mean, he doesn't have any reason to be cagey with us.
Are you okay? Would you like some medicine?
No, thank you.
No.
I don't like to mess around too much with drugs.
No. Medicine.
I think you're probably right to say that.
Hey.
Well, I get the impression you guys are new here.
That's correct.
Well, if you ever need to I don't know, get some information about campus, you can check out the Charterhall Post. I'm the editor. Eldridge Kinghead at your service.
Eldridge Kinghead. It's wonderful to meet you.
Nice
Yeah.
to meet you
Firm
too.
handshake.
It's nice to meet you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Eldritch.
Eldritch Kinghead. What a peculiar name.
And he's gonna run off, clearly not out of earshot when you say that, but instinct tells him to keep his head forward.
927 and 928.
The top. Winter looks up dramatically.
We get a pan of like the winter's, like the snowfall
Or Ernest,
wind
rather.
blowing across the building. All right.
I got a crazy idea. If it's up at the top, do we want to fucking scale the building from the outside and get in through a window?
That's awesome.
So we have to go up there.
Awesome.
Now, are you guys scaling the building? Is that the plan?
I like it.
It's a very fun plan. Does it make sense?
So you guys have been told that these guys are brutal, and
It's true.
It makes perfect sense to Hines.
I guess it makes
He was
sense in
about
the
to go out
sense
the
that
window.
if we go up the wall, we won't encounter the Bolton brothers until we're inside.
sees He sees the roof and his eyes start to glow. Doesn't matter he wants to do it. He knows he has the equipment in his little bags.
Because I don't think there's technically any obstacle between us and walking up the stairs.
You don't know.
I suppose we don't know that.
You've been told they control that dorm.
That's true.
They
You
could
don't
have
know
some-
what that means. You just got here.
They might have goons or guards or something.
So Herschel, how are we going to get up there? You know, 9th floor, very high.
I figured we'd just take the stairs. He looks to Herschel's very excited
Is
face.
that truly the best way, Ernest?
I propose an alternative.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, we see the bags unzipped to reveal so many thieves' tools.
Okay, so this is
definitely
infiltration.
stealth. This is stealth.
Yeah.
Point of infiltration.
Point of
is
infiltration.
The
Ninth
ninth
floor
floor
of
window.
wall. So let's do in engagement room.
My God, Herschel, you have so many ropes and hooks and whatnot. You remind me of my second cousin.
So, all right. First off, you start. Who's rolling this
You
engagement
could
roll?
call me an enthusiast.
It should be Herschel, I think.
Yeah, totally.
He's the leader.
All right,
What do we roll?
what die do
Engages.
we... Well, I
Start
guess
with-
we decide that.
Start with 1d6 for luck. Then, is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Yes!
Yes, it
We're
is.
scaling.
This is an insanely
This is-
bold plan.
Insanely bold. It's so dumb.
Plus 1 die, so you're at 2 now.
Okay, so engagement roll, I get
You have 2
two
dice,
die on
and
it.
this determines what your starting position is.
All right. I don't know if I can finesse this at the same time, so I'm gonna roll this one.
1.
Okay.
That's
One.
another one. That's Snake Eyes, baby.
Oh.
Okay.
This is quite awkward.
So you start in a desperate position. You get your climbing gear.
This is really tall,
We're
you
falling.
guys.
This
Ah!
is our first time doing literally anything.
There's like a common room balcony up on like the 3rd floor, and you guys like combine your 3 strengths to 1, 2, 3 heave, throw a grapple up, and it lands on the railing, and you guys start climbing feet up against the wall and slowly lifting your way up. And as you get up to the 2nd floor, your feet begin to like slip and slide on the wall. Like already, the sleetish snow has frozen to the bricks of the building, and it is icy. It is tough to scale. So I am now going to start a clock for scaling this building.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a clock we want to fill.
Yes.
That's
Yes, this is
new.
progress.
I'm not going to throw an 8 slice clock at you guys. I think 4 makes
Okay.
sense.
Alrighty. I'm down with that.
All right.
Makes you weightless.
6 clock. This is a tall building. I think 6 makes sense.
Guys, this building's really tall.
227 is drift oil.
Now,
It didn't look that tall from the 5th floor of the other building, but it's
No.
really tall.
it's like 9 floors. So, how are you guys going to continue climbing?
Let me check.
So,
Recall that like a 6-tier clock is like 3 standard effect rolls.
so drift oil is a
Nine-
neutral buoyancy. or
9
does it make
floors
you
over
float?
6 is
It
1.5.
makes you
which
neutrally
already have
buoyant,
one
which
float.
means that...
So you don't go up with drift oil.
No, but
You
you
haven't made a
also
roll yet.
are weightless, so you
Standard
can
roll will
just
be like you're
pull
halfway up,
yourself
make the
up.
roll, and that counts for you.
Okay,
That's how
alright.
we'll justify it.
So do we want to do group rolls?
I think
Or how are we doing this? What
I-
did
group
you
roll
just say
makes
to
sense for
Kaz?
this
Yeah.
circumstance.
Yeah.
Alright, you want to do a group what roll?
We all have one in finesse, right?
We do.
Yes.
Is this
Now-
a finesse situation?
Could I... Which of us is the worst at finesse?
think
You
we're
and
all
I
equal.
both have...
We're both
we're all
equally
one.
bad.
We're all one.
I did not elect to put 2 in because I wanted 1 in prowl for crime
So
purposes.
we all have 1 in finesse.
Okay,
That's
would you like to make a
correct.
group finesse roll to climb this wall?
Do we do it?
Now, you guys are at desperate because of the engagement roll. So this is a desperate standard roll.
I mean, if he made his, 2-die prowl roll, that doesn't help us, does it?
When did you prowl?
I haven't prowled, but
Well,
I
you guys
have
can
2
do
in
it.
prowl.
If
We gotta be
if he
sneaky.
made his own prowl roll, that doesn't help us.
I
right?
believe that unless
Well, he
he can
could
justify it to me,
lead
like
a
he can
prowl.
get up there and
If I
then
could
he
get
can
up there
help to
and pull
you
up the
guys
rope or something. Winter isn't, or Ernest isn't especially strong, but he could contribute in that way.
Or he could lead a prowl group action.
How does leading again?
We
Leading
just take
means
stress
that
for
I
every
take stress for
failure.
every fail, and as long as one of us succeeds, we all succeed.
Recall, by the way, that traumaing out is a real concern in this campaign because it will be more than 5 sessions.
Okay, yeah.
So once you get 4, you drop out of school, retire, get expelled, whatever. So what do you guys want to do?
Then again, besides sneaking around, what
I think
I
group
guess
action
it's-
up is the best way to go.
Yeah, but
Either
what do we
way-
want to... I think you're probably right, but what do we want to... Best chance of success might
What
be
do you
winter
have in
leaves a
Prowl?
prowl. I have 1.
I have none. So what's better, is a 0-1-2 or a 1-1-1?
Well, for finesse you have 3 dice. For prowl you have 3.5 dice.
Then Prowl's probably better.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right, go ahead. So
Okay.
let's go worst to best. I think,
Okay.
Makes sense.
or best to worst is kind of fun because then if winter fails, it slowly becomes worse and worse. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Best goes first.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Here goes winter. Oh, am I leading or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you leading? I think it makes the most sense.
I suppose so, because he's got the most stats.
Like, so you get up there and like Dalton's foot slips on the first brick, and he's like, it's very icy. And Winter's like,
Yeah, Winter says, just like, I'm very used to ice. Let me see how I can lead you. And Winter is going to lead the group action.
The floor is yours.
So Winter has 2 points in Prowl, and we are using fine quality gear.
Oh yeah, right.
yeah, I forgot.
Oh,
so I'm just
shit.
at 1 die.
Yeah, this is awesome.
So this is awesome.
Good, thank God you remembered. This got a lot.
That's a
got
4.
Success
So that's a
with
success.
consequence.
Success with
Unless-
consequences
because-
is standing.
So we have
If we get 6s going,
Then we could, because synchronized is on the
Is
table.
about
But right
to come
now,
into effect.
success with consequence is what we're working with.
it doesn't roll well from the timepiece, so I'm just going to roll with it. That's a 5.
5.
Okay,
So we're in the
success with
same
consequence.
place, and I don't take any stress.
3.
That's
I
a
take
3.
one
One
stress.
stress. Not bad. So success with consequence.
Sorry.
That's
With
okay.
desperate consequence as well,
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
because it was a desperate roll.
Do I get anything for leading a desperate roll?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give.
Experience-wise?
Yeah, I'll give you the experience in.
Teehee.
All right, now. So, you guys climb, and I'm gonna fill in because it was a standard effect roll. 2 slices on the clock.
Nice.
You guys are leading your way up, and you notice that as you're climbing up these steps, like Winter doesn't have to say very many words to point out what footholds to place, how to position your body such
Right
that
here.
it doesn't slide on the ice. You guys seem to be fairly synchronized in your movements.
Really?
I'm
We
going to
are
allow you to
indeed.
now add your crew special ability as you have now rolled a crew action and are discovering that having just met, you guys work very well together. And then, just
Nice
as you
work,
guys are
guys.
getting towards the top, Kerchip, leading the rear, is going to slip. As though it looked like a perfect foothold, the architecture student department did not do very well on the renovations of the second floor, or the third floor, and the brick slips out, and he falls, and you guys, the grapple is gonna sort of break off, and one of the parts of the banister is going to fall and just slam into Winter. And because it's desperate, you're gonna suffer a level 2 harm,
Ow.
broken rib.
Okay.
Am I okay?
Yeah, you
I
just
just-
dragged down the
okay.
rope, and
Okay.
he was leading the group
Ow,
action,
my
so he suffered
ribs.
the consequence.
Okay, have I... Did
Oh,
we
yeah, you can
determine
resist.
load? I could
Oh,
resist,
everyone
but also
kick
we have
load,
to do load.
right? Of course.
Oh, yeah.
How much load are we
Wow,
bearing?
it's been a
I feel
Honestly-
like it makes sense to go light.
Totally.
Like,
yeah.
that's the only thing that makes sense.
Okay, we're light
Now, keep in mind,
maxing.
with light, we still have 5. It's
5
just
as
two
long
of
as
them
2
are
of them are
tools
tools
and
and
gear.
gear.
So you've used it on your climbing gear.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and tick the climbing. Oh shit! Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
take the
my
climbing
2,
gear.
but you guys also
We
get
still
2.
each have 2.
So would you like to resist a level 2 harm?
Ooh, would I? I think I would.
Prowess resist?
That makes sense.
I think it does.
Prowess, tough it out.
So 2 die.
So that's 2 die resist, which 2 die resist might be stressful, but
I could give you
It's
some of
early
my-
game. 2 die resist is almost as good as it gets.
that's true. I don't have any better resist than that, so this is as good a resist circumstance as possible.
All right, so you cling to the wall,
Yeah.
tense all your muscles.
Let's see this.
Yeah.
6.
Six!
There we go.
Cool.
Oh wow!
Winter takes no stress.
So just you cling to the wall, and instead
Yeah.
of slamming into your chest, the bar is just gonna scratch down the side. Have a level 1 injury gash in your arm.
Winter's gone through worse.
Yeah, Winter has a surprisingly high pain tolerance.
as a little bit of blood that should be too cold for a human being to survive with trickles down out of the wound.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the blood is cold.
It's
Winter's
Some
blood
like
is
drips
very
on my arm and I notice it. It's like,
Are we
is he okay?
okay? Are we playing with the harm rules?
yes. So you will
So
have
if I
less
take
effect on certain rolls.
If I take a second harm,
I think it's either or.
is it either?
Yeah, it is. I ran it very gentle last time, but I think it is.
I thought it was both.
So if you're like punching a guy, I might give you less effect.
Right.
Injuries are bad.
Yeah.
Like that's a desperate was only a level 2.
I guess I'll specify gash arm.
Am I above Winter or Winter's leading?
Yeah, I
I'm
think
leading.
Winter like scooched up to the front to lead the roll and then
Yeah.
took the brunt of the fall.
Have we made it to the
yes,
balcony?
you like climb up onto the balcony and you look up and you have 6 more floors to scale. 2/3 of the clock remains.
Winter, are you okay?
I've taken worse, but it's definitely not a great start.
I'm very sorry for slipping.
No, it's okay.
I could use some drift oil on myself since I am a hindrance.
Interesting. How much drift oil do you have? We might be able to make this climb much easier if we had it.
Well, the thing is, it's only a neutral floating, so we'd still be climbing. I'm just not good at it.
I would increase
That's
the
true,
effect
but
of
our weight wouldn't be an issue, so we wouldn't risk falling.
Could I? I'd need to use 3 vials of drift oil.
for everyone.
For everyone.
Or
So
you can
that
solo
would be-
climb it.
Doesn't taking one bandolier item give you
One
like
load
Well,
bandolier
one load
is
of band.
3.
I can do 2 loads of bandolier. I'd be using a full
So you
load
would
of
spend a
bandolier
whole
on drift oil.
bandolier on this.
And I don't know how long it lasts.
Enough
Long
to
enough
get
to
the
scale
top.
the wall.
Okay. So it would turn off, or would it keep going? Would we?
I'll
just
say
keep
that we can
floating?
say that
We
in the
could
snow
wait
it's
up
going
there.
to slosh off of you by the time you reach the top.
Makes sense.
Would we like some drift oil for the group? If I order drift oil for the table, would everybody have some?
I would, yes.
I would have some.
Okay.
Let's be bad.
You guys are like sitting there regrouping.
Yeah.
We're getting
I-
some drift oil.
I have many times, so I am going to untie this one and just not even to mechanically anything, but just wrap something around the gash on
Oh,
your arm.
Thank you.
I hand everyone a vial of drift oil. There
Okay.
you go. Don't slather it all over the place.
So we just cover ourselves in it?
Yes.
Yes.
In a way, in a sense.
Okay. Here goes.
Alchemical invention. Poncho covered in drift oil.
Yeah, no, he covers his, he like runs it around his trench coat and then like he's kind of grossed out by it, kind of like snaps his trench coat in disgust and is confused whenever it like kind of starts to lift off of him.
Yeah. Yeah, Winter begins
Make
to
sure you
float
button
like
up
a
tightly.
ghost.
I will now give you increased effect on all rolls related to going up.
Okay.
What about all rolls related to going down?
Probably decreased.
Well,
We could leave the rope and just climb down.
Jay Stellar did that.
Yeah.
let's take another chance with the... I feel like the climbing gear was really useful.
Yeah, you still got it. It didn't. Oh, that would have been a good desperate consequence. I wish I'd thought of that, but I didn't.
Let's continue to use the climbing gear.
What a coincidence. I was thinking just that.
And you guys use your synchronicity to. Now, this balcony is not directly above the one on the 3rd floor.
Mhm.
It kind of goes balcony, and then they sort of split. So
Makes
there's
sense.
2 on either side, right? 2 to the left, 1 to the left, and 1 to the right of the balcony, and 3 floors up for your next anchor point. All right, are you doing another group prowl roll?
I think that's the best way to go about it.
It
I'm going to
makes
give
sense.
you risky great.
That suits me.
I like that a lot.
I will
Doomed
lead.
amazing.
Let's climb.
All
So
right.
Guaranteed
I
destruction.
take Herschel's fine quality grappling tools in hand, and with the renewed confidence of being kind of floaty, begin to climb with a bit more conviction since I can't fall.
Now, I'll say that you guys can have. I think a group action does make sense for this, actually. Yeah, never mind. Go ahead.
It's group action time. 4.
All right, so success with consequence.
Success guaranteed. Okay, so just same roll.
Yep.
2 dice.
Wait, did you not roll 3?
I rolled 3 dice.
You're
Okay.
2 4s and a 3.
That's
5.
a 5.
Second die.
That's
Also
another
a
5.
Devil's bargain?
Why?
Okay.
We're gonna take a risky consequence anyway. Unless
I'll give you a devil's bargain. I'm going to say that Heinz is a little nervous about messing up the climbing roll again and is putting extra pressure on himself to succeed, taking 1 stress from the exertion.
That's
That's
a great-
one
great-
big
That's a
stress
great- yeah,
thing
that's
pushing
a great-
yourself.
Wait a minute.
Wait
Could
a
I
minute?
just help you with this? With foresight?
How much does that cost?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I
It
just
costs
give you
2
an-
free foresight.
it costs
bonuses.
I have
one
2
again
free
another
help
time.
actions.
I think we can save that.
Because I'm giving him a discount.
That's a very
The
good.
discount
that's
push
a
Alright,
very
yourself
yeah, no,
is a good
yeah,
idea.
we'll
Those
take
can
that.
be better used.
I've just given him a...
Yeah, the discount push yourself.
I forgot about pushing yourself.
So I failed.
Well,
so take a stress.
take
from-
a stress.
from
I'll take
discount.
one too.
God.
Bogo.
Why are
push
these? Why
yourself.
am I rolling so bad?
So you fail and you give Winter another stress.
Oh, you went to.
It's
It's
like
okay.
he's like directing you. Hey, hold
Hey,
on,
careful.
and you're like, ugh, and
Ah!
like dangling, and the bar is
Don't
gonna
panic.
creak on the next balcony.
Oh, come on, not again.
bar is made of aluminum.
And it's gonna hold, and you're gonna climb up and out, and looking through the door, you are going to see like a student. Like getting ready to go to sleep with like a cup of tea, like staring wide-eyed at the 3 people that have just climbed up onto their balcony.
Palm pistol. No, I don't have that.
Do not mind us, just cleaning peoples and whatnot.
This is all a dream?
And she is going to like drop the cup of tea. It's going to shatter on the floor. And she is going to run out of her
Transpower.
dorm.
Through the
She's
window?
Through a window. You can. I'll give you.
Do you want to break a window?
I'll give you limited risky, and you can go to desperate standard to smash through the window and transpowder her.
No.
All right.
don't
In
want
that
that.
case, you are going to
No.
suffer.
We're just
plus-
gonna get like a clock.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking plus. I'm thinking of just giving you plus a couple heat.
Okay. Not the
One.
worst. It makes sense. This is our reputation.
I think plus 1 heat
Yeah.
is a limited consequence, don't we think?
I
This is-
suppose.
How
This
much
is
heat can we
Charterhall.
take?
I'm going to give you plus 2 heat for this operation. You are now close to the top of this building.
That's like a fifth of how much heat we can
3
take.
floors up. No more conveniently placed balconies. This time it looks like the last anchor is going to be a gargoyle directly above you.
Interesting.
On the directly above you, like 3 stories up on the roof's ledge. The wind is chilling at this point as snow is blowing around you, and you get a little bit of vertigo as you look down and see the ground 6 stories beneath you.
Well, the gargoyle doesn't have to hold our weight. It just needs to hold the rope.
I suppose that is true. We are very light right now, neutral, floating, and whatnot.
I wonder if we
Continue-
couldn't just jump very, very hard.
Are we doing a third group prowl roll?
We
for this
continue
last?
to
Yeah.
ascend.
You
I
can,
think we
yeah.
just do it again.
To
Oh
the
yeah,
peak.
you guys are drift oil, so the
We're
gargoyle
drift
isn't
oil.
gonna
You're still
break.
So the
drift
gargoyle
Yeah, very
doesn't
good.
have to
We're
take our
very
weight.
drift-
All right, risky. The gargoyle normally would have put you at a limited position, but you have drift oil, so I'm going to give you standard risky.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Do we wanna
Standard
go to-
risky.
Very
Yeah,
good.
we only have 2 clock slices
Oh
left,
wait,
right?
that was a risky great roll.
Oh, it
wasn't
was, yeah.
Are we?
Fuck it, I'm going to say that the swiftness with which you were able to scale prevented her from getting a super good look at you, and instead it is only going to be 1 heat.
All right.
I'm going to reduce the effect of the consequence.
Now, what about
Nice.
the driftness of how we?
Well, we're still drifting.
the swiftness, but the driftness.
Let's see if we can drift our way up
This
there.
is the driftness coming in. So, limited risky?
It's drifted.
Standard risky.
Oh,
That's
standard
standard risky.
risky. Okay, good.
Would
good,
you
good,
like to
good.
go to desperate great?
No.
We don't have much reason
Oh,
to.
Yeah, no reason to actually.
So let's do it. Not that. I mean, let's do the roll at risky stand.
Go ahead and lead another group action.
Here goes.
That's a
That's a
6.
six.
All right, now you guys are synchronized, so
Let's-
if one of you gets another 6, you get a crit.
Either way,
Is
we don't take consequences.
This gonna be a 6? No, that's a 2.
I might take stress, but we won't take consequences.
That's a 1.
All right.
I'll take a stress.
Give us 1 6.
Come on, big 6.
4.
Hey, that's not a stress. I'll take it.
So the gargoyle, you wrap the grapple around it, pull it taut, and you climb. And you're now dangling there at the 9th floor of Canal Side North. The Parkway Canal's channels just sort of flowing icily below you on either side of this dorm building.
Peek
Get on
over
balcony,
the-
Winter.
I
It's
peek
safe
over
up
the
there.
balcony, look.
Under the roof?
Yeah, under the roof.
All right. Looking on the roof, You see nobody save for a couple crows nested under a little awning that's in front of the building door that leads from the roof into the building
Cool.
itself.
Oh wow, it's a
Winter sort of pushes himself up there with one hand because he's weightless, and just sort of like slow motion vaults up onto the roof.
And it's as you're going up, right, the snow is beginning to weigh heavily and flake off with the drift oil, and so you sort of become heavier as you vault over it.
Yeah, he sort of slow motion superhero poses
Yeah.
at the top and then stands awaiting you.
Hello there, you beautiful man. Let me up there.
Winter will start pulling in
He
the
forgot
rope.
his name.
It's Ernest. Ernest will
Oh
start.
yes, of course.
Ernest will start pulling in the rope, both because it's evidence and because it's not very heavy, since they are not heavy.
Yeah, all right, and you three are now on the roof of Canal Side North.
Now, we have two options. We could take this roof access and go down and navigate to 927 and 928, or we could take advantage of our position and go through a window.
That would require.
He's going to he's gonna get his hidden blade out that he could scratch the glass.
All right. Isn't the hidden blade what was stolen from you?
That is my
Letter
letter
opener,
opener.
yes.
I don't think that's in my wrist.
All right. You got your hidden blade instead of a palm pistol. Oh, for the listeners, guns are going to be very rare in this campaign because it's a college campus of petty crime.
Yeah.
And if you have
And it's
one,
not
it's
the
a
United
big
States
deal.
of America.
You know,
Yeah.
friends.
Like a pistol will end an encounter, so it's a big deal to get one.
I could throw a smoke bomb. I like smoke bombs.
Maybe if
I
we.
also like smoke bombs.
Makes my eyes hurt in a way that's so good.
Well, if we do run into them, that would be a good idea. I suppose I see your idea with the window. It is risky to go back onto the wall, but it's also risky to walk around on the 9th floor hall because we don't know whether the brothers are home.
Both require a degree of stealth, but only one is benefited from a smoke bomb.
That's true. It's the one where we go in the hallway.
It's the one where we go.
Okay.
All right. What's the plan?
There is less peril. I believe, as disappointed as I am in it, he retracts the hidden blade. We're best with the roof access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it then. And Winter is going to try the door.
It is locked.
Well, dang. Okay. Locked door.
Wait, the door is locked.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Locked door. Wait. Didn't you have something in your bag for that?
You have thieves.
Winter is going to
Don't
rummage
you?
around in his thief rigging and produce burglary gear.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
That's only one load. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
It's also fine.
fine quality burglary gear.
Could
And
you
that
use any help?
Has a
with that?
crowbar in it, right? I assume
I,
that's what
I imagine it would have a crowbar. I imagine it would also have lockpicks.
lockpick.
I imagine lockpicking feels finessey.
I would.
I'm tempted to say it's more tinker than finesse.
Oh,
we've
I'm
got it.
very
That's
good
the
at
case.
Tinker.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm very good at Tinker.
I can
Could
make
Okay.
it better
Could you help
if you
me
do
out?
it right on time.
And it's also fine, right? So with the foresight and the
Sure.
tools,
Then we'll
four
roll
dice.
very well.
This is a perfectly fitted lockpick for this lock, then, that you've foreseen.
Right on time.
Take my burglary gear.
He's gonna
Oh,
check
thank
his
you.
timepiece and see.
How many dice do you have for this roll?
4. If he uses
If
foresight.
he foresights, it's 4.
Yeah, so this is, I'm going to give you standard control. Do you want to
Yeah.
go to risky
I mean,
great?
that's-
Taking
I
a
think
normal
standard
lock.
control is perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Like,
standard
the
opens the door.
The door will unlock.
Yeah.
So
That is the point.
that's all we need.
It kills you. You die.
There's a 5 and 3 1.
Would you
Or
like
no,
success
that's a
with
3.
minor
A 3, a 1,
consequence?
5 looks so much like a 3.
Would you like success with minor consequence? Roll again or back out now?
Ooh, that's true. In
Wait,
control
is that not a
position.
success?
Roll
That's a
It is
5.
success with minor consequence.
So we
yeah.
could go to risky great.
risky standard.
Risky
You could go to
standard,
roll
Risky
again.
standard and roll again
I
for
think
the
roll
6.
We got
again
4
for the
dice.
6.
Yeah, go ahead.
roll again for the 6. Why not? Yeah, why not?
Alright.
There's a 5.
All right,
These guys
we've,
suck. I'm gonna
we've
start
traded
using
controlled
dice.
for risky. It's not
Ah,
the
well.
worst thing.
These die are really unlucky. I'm going over there.
The dice should be fine.
It's you.
I am adding a clock called Bolted.
Ah.
This is the alarm clock for this score. And I am going to have it be 6 slices again.
Like it?
Now, when this sounds, the Bolton brothers know you're here.
Mhm.
They know you're stealing shit from them, and they're going to be steaming angry.
Right.
So I am going to, because that was a standard consequence, fill in 2. You manage to open this door, you push it, and a paint can that has been placed next to the door on the staircase that goes down into the building is going to rumble tall, clatter, and crash down on the floor, and you're going to hear, "What was that?" from the hall.
You did that 4 dice.
And so there are 4 slices left on this clock, and when
because
it's
they did
filled,
it right.
you're bolted. Okay,
Okay.
doors open. You may now descend into the
Which
9th
room
floor.
is this again? Could you remind me,
927 and 928.
Oh, this is both of the rooms.
Those were the rooms we were given. They control too.
That's
He
what I
actually
call
sets the door shut a little bit. One more thing.
Yeah.
As we are running about in this canal side north, it would behoove us not to go saying one another's names. Perhaps an anonymity would befit us.
Okay, what do you want to be called?
Well, I saw earlier when he was picking the lock, you were checking time.
Yes, it's.
What time is it?
It is currently. What time is it, DM?
It is currently 9.5 bells past noon.
It's 9.5 bells past 2.
What a convenient little device.
Yes, it's a timepiece.
Really?
I suppose that's not a
Wow.
bad name, is it?
Perhaps that's what we'll call you.
As for you, he's going to look at the ice cold drop of blood that has actually now started to freeze
It's
onto
an
his
icicle
arm.
hanging off.
Yeah. He's gonna look
It's
out
a
toward
Rupert's
the
drop.
snow blanketed landscape.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yes.
Are you cold, friend?
Well, it is winter.
And so are you?
What in the world?
That's a wonderful nickname. I like that a lot.
Winter. Huh.
Okay.
As for you,
So
you
you're a
who have
timepiece and you're a winter, and I love drugs. You
You
can
have
call me
befitted us with
Mr. Drugs.
these wonderful
Is there a term for that in whatever language
potions
we're
and
speaking
drugs. My
Oh.
friend, you are a walking pharmacy.
right now? Ah,
A pharmacist. It's coming to me.
that one is
Pharmacist?
good. I am pleased.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
the pharmacist makes a ton of sense.
I'm
You've
pharmacist
offered,
with
you've
this
done very
development.
little besides climbing and offering people drugs.
Yeah, the pharmacist. Okay.
I love my medicine.
We can call you Big
Whatever
Pharma
you
for
need.
short.
No, I'm Little Farmer.
You got it.
All right. That's all I wanted to say now. Let's get cracking.
All right.
You
are-
I have some of that.
We enter.
You now have gained access to the 9th floor.
Let's get in here.
All right.
What do we see in the 9th floor?
So creeping your way down to the bottom of the stairs, it's open. There's like an open area that you can access the staircase that leads up to this locked door. And the electroplasmic lights are on. The furnaces seem to be stuck a little too high. It's like 80 degrees Fahrenheit in here. It's warm. It's sweaty. It's
Winter
humid.
shivers.
There's a little bit of mold clinging to the corner where the ceiling abuts the wall. And you're going to look out at the plain white plaster brick wall. And you're just going to see a couple figures walking like shadows down on one end of the hall. And they're going to walk past you talking with each other. Yeah, I hear, boy,
Oh,
I
that's
hear
their
that new
voices.
guy. No, wait, they don't talk like this. I hear that new guy, I hear he's pretty damn good at throwing. They're playing in the common room right now. I think I'm gonna go check that shit out. What, you gonna put money on him? The last time you threw anything on billiard, he lost you all of it. Hey, go fuck yourself, alright? I'm 100% sure that Bob Bolton is the new big name in marbles.
Were those the one and only, the two and only Bolton
They did
brothers?
not look like Bolton brothers, those
Yeah,
two
no,
guys.
he said that he was betting on
He was betting
Bob
on
Bolton, who is currently
in the common
throwing
room throwing marbles.
No, you
Marbles?
mentioned two people, Billiard and Bob Bolton.
Billiard and Bob
And
Bolton are
billiard's a
throwing
person?
marbles. in
That's what
common
he
room.
implied. He said they're throwing marbles currently in the common.
Is billiard not a sport?
Well, we have some odd names.
Yeah.
Suppose I
Okay.
can't argue with that.
Who wrote that?
Well, if they're in the common room, Then they aren't in their dorm room.
We know of Bob. Now there is another brother.
Yes, there are 2 Boltons.
All right.
So we know. Wait, did they imply that both of them are billiardsing in the?
All you know for sure is that Bob Bolton is currently throwing marbles in the common room.
What if I went over and made some friends and looked and perused?
They would have no reason to suspect you.
Yeah.
But you are incredibly suspicious.
What
No.
is-
You
What
want to
is
go?
your
Yeah,
plan?
you want to go, or would it
Are
be
you
better
are
to
you
perhaps
trying
have
mechanically to make a friend?
No, I'm just
Or-
gonna go see if both of them are in there.
Okay, so you want to just look by and
Yeah.
gather. And
Perhaps-
Wow, you're very good at the game of
Perhaps
marbles.
could I stop him and say perhaps this should be me because I have 2 in
Oh.
consort.
Yes, very true.
So you want
Honestly,
to follow after
it
these
could
two
just be
guys and
survey.
into the hall, or
Yeah. He's actually gonna take his coat off and like hang it on a hook just so that he doesn't look the same as he's probably going to look rummaging through things.
nice.
Just looks a little bit more unassuming.
Okay.
Not by much, he still looks very fancy.
So you dust some snow off of what's not your coat, hang your coat on the banister of the staircase you just walked down. Are you? I'm sorry. How are you following these guys? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I'm just making my way to the common room to see if I can gather information about the whereabouts of the other Bolton brother. I'm
Eventually,
Dalton.
these guys are going to turn their way into a larger room with a hardwood floor, a couple of chess tables, a bookshelf, and all of the furniture, like the couches and stuff, have been pushed to the side of the room. And on the hardwood floor, engraved by like a knife, is a circle. And you're going to enter, and there are 2 men sort of kneeling in front of this circle with little pouches of marbles. One of them, Bob Bolton, the youngest of the Bolton brothers and a newly inducted freshman, is the largest of his bunch. Not vertically, but more in an oblong sense. He stands at about 5'8" and wears a large, rather nice leather jacket over a baggy white undershirt with a Bolton Steel logo on it. A gift from his father for being the last of his children to finally depart from their home. He seems rather alert, his eyes flicking to shadows at every corner, ears twitching at the faintest whisper, and as you round out the common room, he looks up to you and says in a kind of deep voice, "Hey, who's that guy over there?" And the guy across from him on the marble circle is going to say, "What? Oh, Bob, I think that's just a freshman. I don't know that we have to worry about that guy. What are you going to do in this situation?"
I was actually hoping to I want to avoid the focus of Bob.
Mhm.
I want to ask like other people, like my question is going to be like, where's the brother? Doesn't he want to put money on his brother? Where does he got some? Where the
Okay.
hell is he? I
So-
thought I'd see both of them.
How many brothers are there?
You see Bob in this room.
How many brothers are there?
I guess-
Oh, you don't know? I guess.
I'd guess 3.
Did
If this guy's a freshman and there were 2
Did he say
already.
4?
Oh.
I'd guess 3 minimum.
I didn't. Okay, so there could be more than I had thought to.
So, okay, you're trying to avoid Bob's notice?
I'm trying to, yeah, but like just in plain sight, because like why would he really have any reason to anything?
So this guy that, like, a freshman walks in, he's like, "Hey, who is this guy?" And they're like, "It's just a freshman, don't worry about it."
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
about
exactly.
to enter the room.
I'm gonna act like I am like paying attention to the game. I actually am paying attention to the game, and I will be predicting the results before they happen under my breath because I'm good at that.
Oh, do you want to put money on it?
No,
We don't have any money.
We have no money.
I don't have the time. That's not my focus right now. I don't have the time for that.
So yeah, Bob appears to be an incredible marbles player, and he's just gonna knock, like, with a big, like, power throw, just knock this dude's marbles out of the center in favor of his own. And he's gonna go, "Oh, Bob, you won again. That's crazy." And some money is gonna change hands around the circle.
Does it look rigged in his favor?
Would you like to roll study?
Would I get any consequence for that?
I'm gonna give you
I imagine
limited standard,
that kind of thing would be a
I'm not
gather
limited standard.
information.
controlled standard.
Controlled standard. I'm totally fine with
Oh
that.
yeah, this is gather information.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. Yeah, this is just gather information.
Those usually don't have consequences.
Is this
Yeah.
concert or this is study? I think. Right.
Yeah.
This
Study.
would totally be study.
100%.
I'm
Just
gonna
studying
roll
their
my
plans.
Dalton branded die.
Go ahead and gather information.
That's a
3.
3. I don't get anything.
You're not 100% sure if this game is rigged or not.
Difficult to say. But now to the actual meat and potatoes. I want to ask around about so I understand that Bolton Steel, huh? So that's like a whole fantasy. You got like, does he got like other people here? Like, is that a family that's big here? Are there more of these Boltons?
Are you asking me, or are you gathering information?
I'm gathering information. This is the general feel of the questions. I'm just kind
So
of like
you're like
pitching
asking around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
asking
asking
around.
just people
This
in the
is
fields.
going to actually potentially have consequences. So I am going to give you standard risky.
Standard risky.
You may go to desperate grade if you'd like.
I don't want a
I
desperate
trust them.
consequence.
I agree.
What do I
accept
get
that
with
he
a
will.
standard?
I'm gonna give you a
I've been
basic
told that
overview of
outside
some things you're going to learn about
Right.
the Bolton brothers and their family.
Okay, so that's
I expect
probably
we'll
going to
find
give
out
me the
today.
number attending.
I'm gonna, at the very least, for standard, give you the role of the number of Bolton brothers. Number attending. What do you mean by that?
The number of Bolton family people attending here.
I will give you that number at the very least. Yeah, with a standard
Okay.
success.
I'd like to know their location. We'll see. So yeah, I'm just rolling consort. This is a controlled standard.
You want to know their locations right now? I'll give it to you for a great roll.
I don't want that.
Fair enough.
So tell you what,
Where are
these
you
dice
two,
have not been
Jones?
rolling out
I think we're
standing.
We're just sitting at the top
Waiting
of
at
the
the stairs, I think.
We're playing patty
Oh,
cake.
shit. These die aren't great. We're gonna see how they serve us. Give me something good. That's
Oh,
two twos. I don't even
Okay,
get
So
anything.
no success with a consequence. So you're gonna be like, hey, what's going on with these Bolton guys? Bolton Steel, is that a big name thing? How many of these guys are there? And you're gonna be asking around, and you're gonna ask a question. And a previously unseen person standing in the crowd, quite short, is going to turn to you, overhearing one of your questions. Binny Bolton, one of the younger brothers, and by far the smallest, stands 4'11". A perennial disappointment to his father, he was a top runner in the Dunslow Youth Crosses and is proving in his sophomore year of college to be a passable student. He squints as he looks at you, having been assured that his glasses make him look weak. He wears a Dunslow Running Club winter hat and a 4-year-old pair of running shoes his father had hoped he'd have grown out of by now. Binny looks up at you and says, "Hey, what do you think you're doing asking questions like that? Who are you? Hey, Bob! Hey, just a second, Binny. What's going on over there? We got somebody poking around." And Bob is going to look at you, and the guys next to you watching this marbles game are going to kind of spread out a little as Bob is going to say, "The hell are you?"
Casper Brewers.
"Casper Brewers. Do we know this guy?
I'm a freshman here, just trying to get a lay of the land.
Any other freshmen in here know this guy? What dorm number you live in?"
210.
Would you like to roll something to lie to this guy about your identity?
Can I resist a risky consequence
Yes,
like that? With
you
like
can.
an insight resist?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
So you
That-
can say, like, Binny notices you, and you just give him, like, a polite, warm smile, and, like... This is a resolve resist roll.
Either way, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same.
It's
Doesn't matter.
definitely... I think it's resolve. This is social.
So you're resolving the consequence we just heard.
Yeah,
about.
so Bob might not have
Bob
noticed.
might not
yes.
have.
Give me something, man.
Oh,
that's 5
that's
stress.
Five
stress.
stress.
Those guys
Can I
are
have
so-
die that aren't these?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
Binny's
think
like,
it's
"Hey,
some-
what's this guy doing?" And you're like, "Shh, it's okay. Hey, I'm just and you're like really,
5 beads of sweat.
you're like really talking this guy down off the ledge and being careful to like shake hands with, hey, I'm new around here, how do you guys do it? And like quiet Binny from alerting his brother Bob. And you're going to successfully do it. He's like about to turn and shout, and you are able to you pretend smack a bug off of him. And he's like, "Hey, ow, hey," and you're able to shut him up.
Mhm.
But it's close. Okay,
Yeah.
what now?
I guess
So
you
I
could-
didn't get any information except I know of one more that isn't there.
Winter.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear that window?
They did. I hope Dalton's okay in there. Didn't sound like anything happened.
Did the room go quiet? I feel
No,
like
it
I...
didn't.
Okay, he resisted.
He
that?
resisted Bob. He resisted Binny calling him out and Bob seeing him. Yeah.
Well,
It sounds like
Heschel must be
everything's-
doing a great job.
It
They
sounds
sound
like
they're
everything's
having a lot
going
of
well
fun in
enough.
there. Oh, I wish I could have some fun right now.
Yeah, Herschel was going to check area.
Try and see if I can get a feel on where the Boltons are.
You failed that roll.
Might
Failed that
we
roll.
You try again.
eavesdrop on their dorm rooms to hear if they're in there?
We could just knock on the door and boom, transport.
That is also an option.
What should we do?
Well, we should probably try to avoid the windows of the common room, but otherwise...
Well, what if we were just very unassuming?
Yeah, I bet we could pull that
You
off.
could lead a group roll for Prowl.
All right, you want to try and sneak your way over there without alerting much attention?
We'll sneak in.
Pull like a hood over your
We'll sneak
head.
in plain sight.
I like that idea.
We'll be just
Could
unassuming.
we roll finesse?
I can
Not for
lead
moving
Prowl.
quietly. That's definitely Prowl.
I can lead Prowl.
I have disadvantage on Prowl.
I have 2 dice in it. What would our position effect look like?
Standard risky.
Okay. 2 dice is pretty far from
Herschel
a
might
sure
check his
thing.
watch and say, they should be getting that by now. I'm glad that I told him to take off some of the more ridiculous articles of clothing to make him more unassuming.
That's true.
Foresight.
Herschel told me to take off my brightly colored
I was going more
baby
for
blue.
him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the leader host.
Later hosen.
Just to negate, to give him a
I'm
die.
just like a Krill Helma.
Oh, so
Get
he
rid
gets
of
to die.
get rid of his
All right,
disadvantage.
that's a good idea. I like that.
Okay. And yeah, Winter has similarly taken this advice. He's bundled up his
That's my free
scarf
hop
and
actions.
hat.
Okay. So let's have good roll first. You have 2 dice.
Here goes.
Standard risky. 2 ones.
That's
snake
the third
eyes.
snake eyes that we've seen today.
Okay, go ahead.
4.
Success with consequence.
At least we succeed.
Do I take
Alright.
stress for me failing?
Do you?
Yes.
Okay. L.
Thank God. We succeeded.
So you guys you guys managed to get all
I
the
might
way
need
to the
you to
door.
resist this.
All right. You get to the door. Consequence. I'm gonna say, you guys get there, and you're not making a lot of noise. You successfully crawled quietly over to the door. Nobody stopped you, but you get to 927, and you are going to just hear like rabid barking from inside and like a lurch on a chain towards you. Rah, 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 rah.
Dog?
Quiet down, you mutt. Quiet down.
Could I
And I'm gonna fill
prowess
in-
resist roll
Are you sure
for
you
this?
Prowess.
Prowess.
Oh,
So,
prowess resist.
finesse.
Okay, fantastic.
For
Finesse
being
is in
sneaky
prowess.
and
Prowl is in prowess.
prowling.
Being extra sneaky.
Okay, sure. Maybe you creaked on a floorboard or something to alert the dog. Go ahead and resist.
That's a 5!
That's a 5.
That's a success with 1
One
stress.
Glad you're good at resisting.
With prowess.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, though.
All right.
Okay. Well,
So that becomes a minor consequence.
Yes, it does. I'm going to give you 1 slice of the bolted clock building.
All right, we're
do we
halfway
become
through to
aware of a
The
dog
dog-
on the other
The
side of the
dog
door?
barks a little bit, and it's like, hey, quiet down.
Now, I would like to use my fine
There's at
tinkering
least one
tools
bolt and a dog.
to study both of the doors
All right, go ahead.
and listen in to see if I can determine how many people there are.
True to our sneaking, we're
I'm
standing
gonna,
out of...
I'm going to give you standard risky.
That's important. True to our prowl
I could
earlier,
roll this and fail and go to standard desperate.
You would
No,
need to be in
That's
control.
only for control positions. You can accept the devil's bargain.
What devil's bargain? You have one?
I'll give you +2 heat. Yeah,
+2.
+2
That would
heat
put us at
because
3
you guys
heats.
have been seen. Your faces are out. Bob is paranoid, and he's like, even though he hasn't been drawn to Dalton, maybe he's observing him, and he's gonna hear from someone that, yeah, I saw these 2 other guys that I didn't recognize creeping down the hall. Devil's bargain +2 heat.
For 1 extra die, is it worth it? I'm already at 3.
Do you start
you're
with
already at
3?
heat.
I start with
You
3.
ready? 3? I think we're okay.
Then-
Honestly, we'd probably take the 3.
Yep. Let's give
Alright.
it a roll.
So no devil's bargain.
Standard risky.
That's a 5.
5. Success with consequence.
Standard consequence.
I think it only makes sense that this fills in more of the alarm clock.
Mm-hmm.
It does stand to reason.
So
a
you're listening
standard
there,
amount of the alarm clock.
and the dog is going to just begin going crazy, like just barking at the door, barking at the door, barking at the door as you're listening. And you're going to hear it just being restrained by the leash. And hey, pipe down, why don't you? Pipe down! You're going to wake the whole floor up. And you're going to listen in on both of these doors. And you're going to hear what sounds like a conversation happening in both rooms. Like, just one guy's over here, one guy's over here in the other room, talking to each other.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Oh, are they like a combined room?
Yeah. We all know that Bob's a crack shot with marbles. I'm not fully convinced he's going to be able to beat Gavin, though. Come on, look. I think you got to have a little more confidence in the guy. Sure, he's a freshman, but at least he's not Benny, eh? Yeah. It's a good point, Billy. At least he ain't Benny. There are
Okay.
2 people in this room and a dog.
It sounds like it's
They sound
Billy.
They sound an
and-
awful lot like Bolton Brothers.
Billy might be Billiard.
There's Billy and who?
You didn't catch the other guy's name.
There are 2 people in this room. Or in
And a
these
dog.
rooms. And a very angry dog.
How many people do you think you could get with one of your medicines?
With enough trans powder.
3 doses of trans powder for a dog and 2 guys.
How? I would
And
like-
to do it all in one go, absolutely desperate. It requires great effect.
I could have brought my blowgun and darts
Mhm.
and shot them all.
You could have.
Still requires great effect.
You would still have to be very lucky
Honestly,
to hit them all.
Great effect is almost 2 guys.
Is there any way that I could blow trans powder under the door?
Maybe for the dog?
What if you tick load for an unusual weapon that's like a billows?
That's
a really fun
yeah.
Holy shit, that's cool. Okay. Unusual weapon for billows. Yeah, that's cool. And you'll
Yes.
decide how much trans powder you want to take when you're deciding on effect. Now, you don't have to open the door, but like to billow it and from the bottom of the door get the dog and the guys is tough.
Well, the dog's barking at the
The
door. I
dog
thought it
will be a
was at
standard.
The, door.
The dog will be
Yeah.
a standard, and if you want great, I'll give you one of the Bolton brothers as well. I'm going to give you controlled position because you're doing this through a door. You're at controlled standard. You may go to risky great should you so desire.
I think we go risky great.
I think risky great's the
What kind of role would it be?
I don't
Tinker?
know.
Tinker? This
'Cause
feels
you're
kind
operating
of
a
using a
device.
similar.
Yeah,
device.
this is Tinker.
Okay.
All right, you want to
Alright.
take 2 trans powder?
Yeah, it'll be 2.
And we're doing risky great.
So you take out these bellows from your medical bag and just pour 2 vials of trans powder into them.
I've been to a lot of Physicers
So,
offices. What are the
I have a question.
bellows for?
Would the billows have to be an unusual weapon, or could it be part of my fine tinkering tools?
No, it's unusual. This is absolutely not a tinkering tool.
You never know.
This is the first load you've like ticked though.
That's
No, it
true.
isn't.
No, he's been ticking
I've been
bandoliers.
ticking a lot of
Oh
load.
shit.
All right, go ahead.
I only have 1 load left.
What else have you? Oh, you've done 2 bandoliers.
Yeah, I've used 2 bandoliers, the fine tinkering tools, and now an unusual weapon. Okay, so just straight roll, 2 tinker. Devil's bargain? Or risky great?
Devil's bargain, I fill in the last slice of the Bolton clock.
I mean, end of the day, if this fails, they're gonna fucking know something's up.
This ensures that no matter what, I fill in that slice.
I feel like So would a regular risky consequence just be like half of the slice?
You got no stress. You could just push yourself.
Half of the slice?
Half of the slice?
I
got
might not
2
use that as my consequence.
Okay.
Like a regular risky could be a different consequence from taking the slice. The slice might be the consequence, or it could be some other circumstance.
End of the day, are we alright with them finding out that we're here?
I mean, ideally we'd be out without gaining their enmity, but
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just take the 2 stress.
Too stressed to push yourself?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how
the
likely.
extra
I was
die.
gonna say,
Is
but
this
I don't know
right?
how likely that outcome is.
How much to help? How much
One
stress?
stress.
Oh yeah,
If
I
you
could
can come
help.
up with a way to do
How much
it.
stress are you at?
I've taken 4,
So we will be on
mostly
equal
from
footing.
group actions. I could help.
Winter to help is sort of using his many scarves
Yeah.
to like make a funnel for the
Yeah.
billow to go.
Oh, I
You're
suppose
definitely
I could-
very experienced with billows because you spend so much time around fireplaces.
That's true. I could definitely like seal up the bottom of the door with a
Yeah.
scarf,
So all the
so that
transpowder
none
goes
of the
in.
transpowder comes out.
So okay,
It's
go
sort
ahead.
of it's like it's bearable. So 4 die.
Okay, I'm taking the stress because if we get a great here, then we only have to deal with one Bolton.
All right, come on.
Now, hold on. I'd like to point out you're going to be taking out a guy and a dog. That the other guy is going to notice his friend and dog have passed out is not a consequence. It's like a thing that will happen.
Now what if I roll 2 6s?
Then I might have you knock out the third guy.
All right.
Roll 2 6s.
That's
No
a 5.
There's a 5.
No 6s.
Oof.
Well, I got the great success. 2 of them are out. The
That's
2 of us
true.
can take one Bolton brother.
Yeah, one of them will open the
Obviously.
door, and
You have been bolted.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
What do I see when they get bolted?
Oh, I'll describe the scene that you see in a moment. But so you guys... and you're going to hear, hey, I'm not feeling too hot. Billy, what's wrong? And Billy Bolton is going to just collapse down on the ground. Oh, shit! The other
No.
guy is going to turn, see the bellows, and come out of
Yeah.
the other door.
Oh, he's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I expected.
So
I
he
thought
comes
that
out,
like
Billiard Bolton, not Billy.
Oh, so Billy and Billiard are different.
Yes,
Boltons.
Wait, they're
different
two
guys.
different
They're two different
Boltons?
Bolton
what the
brothers.
fuck, man?
Billiard Bolton casts the most intimidating shadow amongst his brothers. He stands at 6'1" and has the muscle mass of a man
Oh,
who
fuck.
played croquet up until 4 years ago, when he received a rejection from his school's team. A mean sneer sits hatefully in his one good eye, which burns its dull hazel hue into your soul. He wears a Letterman's jacket stolen who knows how many years ago from the Wickets locker room, with the Wickets logo peeled off in favor of Bolton, which would almost assuredly have been misspelled had Billiard's brother Binny not helped him when he suited on. You got a lot of nerve coming here!
Winter, what do we do now? Hello.
You've got another.
What do you
trick up
think
your
you're doing?
sleeve?
And
I could
Billiard is
take
going to
one
step
more
through.
bandolier.
Yeah, that's what I'm implying you should do.
Alrighty then.
He's going to grab a croquet practice whistle and blow.
Wait.
That's the bolted. You've been bolted.
That's inevitable.
So you're going to hear the whistle, and Bob is going to look up and he's going to say, Benny, what does that one mean again? And Benny's going to say, I think that one means that someone's in the floor. We got to go, Bob. And they're going to stand up. Dalton, you know that they've been bolted. Any one of you can do something from your respective situations now.
Can I inject them with standstill?
You sure can.
I'll give you standard risky to get at him. I'm not going to bust out desperate this easily. They're a tier 0 gang. He's tall and big, but not like a superhuman.
Yeah,
That
he's
just means
he's standing
more,
right
more
there.
area to
Yeah.
prick.
I'm going to give you standard risky.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
No, finesse. Or no, skirmish. You're trying to inject a guy in.
Oh, okay.
That does sound like.
If you want to
skirmish.
use finesse, I'll give you limited risky.
It's not different for him.
It's not better.
Okay.
Skirmish is better for me.
I'm a stressed out guy, but we do really need this to work.
Now, this is a standard roll, and this is a big guy. Standstill poison does not act instantly.
Okay.
If
Do
you
you
go
have
to,
anything
if you
better
go
we
to
could
great, it will. And you're going to plunge a whole syringe of standstill poison into his central artery all at once.
Winter really doesn't have any fighting abilities.
Oh, could I
Yeah.
just inject him with
I have a
Quicksilver
plan as well. For
What does
my
Quicksilver do?
servants.
into the ghost field?
Well, it attunes. It
Yeah,
helps
that
you
just
attune
makes
into
him
the
better
ghost
at
field.
ghost
He suffers a
stuff.
level.
It does
2
make him
harm.
take a level 2 harm
Zoned out.
I'll let you, run and plunge Quicksilver into this guy. It's gonna...
He
do
would
risky
zone
standard
out.
or desperate great, and he's gonna be so zonked at great that he's immediately out of the fight.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Desperate
sound very
Great.
different
Oh,
from.
I like.
It's
I like
not
this
mechanically
desperate
very
great
different.
I
But
like
it's gonna change. I don't know. Maybe it will be mechanically different. I
So
haven't thought about
skirmish?
it too much yet. Skirmish, yeah. Desperate great.
Okay. Yeah, Winter will help by scooping up his scarf and trying to
He's like whipping
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it at his face.
Okay, yeah, like discombobulate.
You have
Yeah.
a devil's bargain for me?
Distract.
I'm gonna
You have a devil's
discombobulate
bargain for me?
for a plus
I
one
can get a third
die.
die on this.
I have a devil's bargain. Yeah, you go
Is it
in
really
and
bad?
he is going to punch you in the rib cage as you're
Guaranteed?
injecting level 2 harm.
Guaranteed level 2 harm.
Guaranteed level.
And if I don't get a 6, there's another desperate consequence on top of that?
Mhm.
I don't know if that's worth it.
You should probably take the desperate consequence, which is more than likely getting
Just
punched
that.
in the ribs.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Now you're going desperate great. Okay.
And this is a skirmish roll.
Desperate great skirmish.
That's a
4.
4, so...
Success with desperate consequence.
Damn.
So you go forward, and Billiard Bolton is going to grab you by the shirt collar,
He
pull
pulls
you
me
in,
closer?
and with his other hand, just punch you square in the jaw. Go ahead and take a level 2 harm, teeth knocked to the floor.
Could I roll to resist that?
Yes, you may.
Prowess?
Yes.
3 die.
And remember also that he's now
Five.
No
6.
stress. All
no
right.
Beautiful.
stress.
All right.
So
There's
level
something
1
that
harm?
I would like to do when we get through with that.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're through with that?
Oh, not yet. I'm sorry.
Let's be
Okay,
through with
Well,
it.
level 1 harm.
Level 1 harm, bruised face. So he just boom knocks you in the face. You're able to duck a little bit out of the way and just jam a syringe full of quicksilver into this guy's veins. And Billiard is going to just not let go of your collar, but lean back, and you kind of have to lean back too, and you for a second act as counterweights to each other. As he just eyes totally glaze over, looks up at the sky and is or looks up at the ceiling and sees the sky, and he's like, "Holy shit!"
Winter is going to take this opportunity to
His
enter
eyes
the
in the
room.
ghost field are glowing so brightly.
Yeah, Winter can see them. He knows what's going on, so he's gonna take his.
Oh my god! I gotta get out of here!
Winter is gonna take the opportunity to get in the room and try and grab our stuff as quickly as he can.
Okay, Dalton.
I will say that as you walk into that room, I didn't tell you guys what the thing was that I got stolen, but you would see it because it is a very ornate looking letter opener, and engraved on the handle is very clearly H. Dalton.
Must be this.
So yeah, you're digging through. Oh, by the way, just before we cut to you, you enter the room with. I guess I won't describe Billy Bolton. He's passed out on the floor right now under a
Billy's
blanket.
unconscious. There's a dog.
And there's a large dog unconscious on the floor, a bulldog with a little name tag that says Pile Driver on it.
Nice.
And there are 2 bunk beds in here. This is 2 rooms where the middle divider between them has been smashed with a sledgehammer to make
Amazing.
one large room. There's a chalk, notably a weird ghostly chalk marble circle drawn on the floor by people that don't understand that it's weird ghostly chalk.
Uh-huh.
And there's a very nice little bag of marbles in a velvet pouch sitting on the chest of drawers. The rest of the room is very disorderly, clothes everywhere, and a little trunk below one of the beds, unlocked because they're idiots,
The hell are they keeping the rat in, by the way, if you still have the cage?
full of stolen goods.
The rat's in a jar.
No,
The jar was
here
in
you're
the
going to
cage.
find a fountain pen,
Yeah.
a letter opener, and a set of slightly used arcane chalk.
Cool. I take my arcane shark out and then just take the trunk.
Oh, look, Winter, they must be in Chalk 101 as well.
Winter looks at their marble circle. Does Winter know of an attune way to get out of here with funny chalk?
Sounds like a ritual.
Hmm.
Sounds like a thing you'd research in a ritual. Winter, now is no time to be playing with chalk. I think in the same way that maybe a guy with tinkering tools could jury rig a little light bulb trap, you can maybe jury rig a flashbang or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Because you've got arcane chalk on you,
Yeah.
You can make it a tune roll to do it.
Because it's my understanding that they're coming for us now.
Yes. Well, let's cut to Dalton now that we have established what's going on in your room.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, no, this works. He is going to try and gain control of the room. He's going to say, "Now, if there is one thing that I am, it is a mathematics major. And if there is one thing I do not stand for, it is cheating." And he's going to say, "There has been a cheater in this game, and it is," he's going to look at Bob,
And
and
he's
then
gonna
point at
sneer
his
at you.
opponent.
Gavin! Alright, do you want to roll something here?
I would like
I
to
fucking
roll
love this.
This rules.
consort And I would like to use, which I get in italics, a fine cover identity because I did say I was Casper
made up a
Breuer's
guy,
a
Casper
mathematics
Breuer's
major.
math major.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. I love
So
it.
that's an extra die, and it's a consort.
And I'll say that you have a notebook of fake math that you calculated,
Fake math.
prepared to throw down because you've got your fine cover ID.
Oh wait, no, the mic can't pick that up.
He prepared it earlier.
Oh, that scribbling is so loud on the waveform.
Oh wait, no, I get another die in that. Okay.
Yeah, you have fine cover identity.
Man, holy shit.
You're
Oh, so wait,
consorting.
standard risky.
Standard.
You wanna go to
What's the
desperate
standard
great?
effect? I just want to disrupt so that they're not. So that their focus is diverted away, and also I would like to be
Desperate
able
consequence, no one listens to you.
I'm going to say standard, yeah, at the minimum you're keeping Bob here. Great is
Yeah.
going to give you some additional benefit.
Well, if he fails, he still
to get
gets
out. Great would be in the chaos I get out of there.
Deal. You want to go desperate great?
I don't want to go desperate great actually.
Bummer.
But then you get the
Devil's
SPM.
bargain?
Devil's bargain what?
Plus an additional heat for shouting in the middle of this room.
I would take that. And
yeah,
additional
one
heat.
heat will take.
additional
Just
heat.
one additional heat?
Yeah, we'll take that.
Wow, what a satisfactory deal.
This is
Because
a
if this
small
works-
tier part of the game. This is
Yeah.
You're getting one coin from this.
Yeah, because if this works, then we could just leave.
Yes, correct.
So yeah, I like that a lot. So I guess this is desperate great.
I agree. And if you succeed on this, you'll suffer a consequence, maybe, but all of you are going to get out. Deal?
I like that a lot. Okay.
Let's do it.
For once, can I get a fucking 6? That's 2 sixes!
Oh,
Thank you
critical
for the
success.
die, Winter.
Oh, that there is a cheater! And Bob is going to turn and just silently one blow knock out Gavin. Just haymaker. And Gavin just like collapses like a sack of potatoes onto the ground. And there's chaos. And like one of Gavin's friends is going to say, "Yo, Bob, what the?" Boom! Bob's going to knock that guy out. too.
Gavin didn't even win the game.
No, that was part of it. I just did fake math. So
And people are going to start arguing with each other over bets and who gets what and was any of that real, and there's going to be chaos in the common room.
All out
if
brawl.
you would allow, the thing that I would like with this crit is there is one facet of his appearance that I did not mention that is in the official art for him. He's going to run into the place with all the stolen goods, and he's going to see just like in the briefcase, he's going to see, I quite like that. And he's going to take an opera mask that is white with this gold trim around it. On the bottom of the part covering the right eye, there is this design reminiscent of gear, and shooting off up and to the right, or to the left, past the corner of his left eye, is an arrow, actually a pair of arrows reminiscent of clock hands. And that is now a little opera mask that he has.
All right.
Let's
Yeah.
get outta here.
A poor theater student loses their opera mask.
Oh,
You
no.
take it,
Welcome to
Don
the
it.
party, Dalton.
and you
we were
step
just
out of the
leaving.
room,
Oh,
look
yes.
down at your watch, and look up to see that the other two have arrived.
Right on time.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, we leave.
And
to
in
the
the chaos,
stairs.
yep. Up the stairs and, well, maybe just down,
Down the stairs.
Down the
And
stairs.
out the building.
Yeah.
And
Like
you
a
guys
canal
exit
for
canal side north with stolen goods in tow.
We've done it. Yippee.
Jake Lewis is going to wake up, having missed all of his morning classes tomorrow, with his nice fountain pen returned to him.
You're
Hooray.
welcome, Jake Lewis.
I have one more thing.
Oh, of
To
course,
mention.
yes.
He is going to produce 2 metronomes.
Oh, wow.
Now, there is an interesting phenomenon with these metronomes. If you set them at the same BPM, but out of phase, over time, as they are exposed to one another's vibrations, transferred through the table, they begin to line up. I believe I have witnessed something similar within us.
I'm sorry, I'm not a
sort
music
of-
major.
Synchronization.
Oh, wow.
I believe he silences them. We make a great gang.
Oh, wow.
And tomorrow, your contact, Jake Lewis, might have some people that have heard the same and want some help.